Alright, so, welcome back to my videos. I am a huge fan of NF. Obviously, if you can't tell from my shirt and my hat. But, so before this album came out, I decided to, which by the way, his album is The Search. Go support it, please. That would be awesome. He before the album came out, I decided to join a bunch of like NF fan groups on Facebook and Reddit. So I joined this. Now Reddit's been really quiet, but these like hardcore fan pages on Facebook. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Ever since this record came out. Now, let me give you a little background on this, right? So, in a long time ago, I decided to search it just out of curiosity, and Rapzilla, which honestly, tell me down in the comments, is Rapzilla like for Christian hip hop? If it is, I mean, obviously, I'm a Christian. That's really cool, but at the same time, the last thing we need is another, thing devoted specifically to Christian hip hop. Because honestly, now see, that's the reason why. That's one of the reasons why I like NF, because he doesn't try to. NF doesn't push his Christianity on people. He just does it in a way that's really super cool because he doesn't cuss in his songs. And by the way, if you're listening to this NF, the day you cuss in your songs is the day I stop becoming a fan. I told my mom that yesterday. But I freaking love NF, and when I heard, because I heard The Ringer, and I heard this one, and now it's become famous. There's lots of videos on it about on YouTube and stuff like that, and lots of things that, like, even Genius, the music website that I use, it's Genius is really cool. It's like music. It's not just music. It's not just lyrics, but it tells you like the story behind the lyrics. Not only the story behind the song itself before you even start reading the lyrics, but there's annotations in the song. You can click on a block of lyrics and it'll show you the story behind it. And on top of that, it is verified. They are verified annotations. And I didn't catch it, I guess, when I first listened to it, but I was searching because I was just like, curious one day. Because he dissed a whole bunch of people in The Ringer on the Kamikaze. And he, like I said, he dissed people. And so I searched it, and here's what basically the gist of the Rapzilla article said. At the end of it, it quoted a block of line from or a block of lyrics from NF, or not NF, but Eminem. Eminem said, "An effing recovery clone of me." Now, lots of people on Rapzilla, they claim, they're like, "Oh yeah, why does Eminem say an effing? Why, if he's gonna say that, why didn't he just say a effing? Like a thing. Why didn't he just say that?" Because Eminem is okay with cursing, whereas NF isn't. And that's also a play on it too, because he didn't curse in that line, and neither does NF. So he was like trying to say, oh, this dude's, an effing, and it even says in little parentheses on the Genius page for that song, it even says in little parentheses next to it, NFing. And when you go on the Genius page for that song, you click on that lyric block, and it said that it's an unattributed or unverified annotation. So we don't know if that's what he was trying to say. But all these NF fans are coming out in droves. And I bet you NF himself doesn't even know that this is happening. But all these NF fans are coming out in droves on these pages. And I see post after post after post after agonizing post about him, about the fact that, oh, M dissed NF in the ringer, and he's coming back on the surge. He's coming back at him. Now, I'll quote two of the songs. One is, this one's kind of a stretch, but in the in Leave Me Alone, he says pen and flip 'em, da 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 M, and everybody's like, oh, he's firing back at Eminem. And most people think it's a play on words on the word them, obviously, which would be the case for, that's what most normal people would think. But somebody posed a good point at the end of a video I was watching. Excuse me, I'm tired, y'all. I have church in the morning. And I'm hungry, and dinner's not been made yet. But anyway, at the end of, or during that video, he was like, the next line where he says, "Who you dissin'?" So I don't know. Maybe he is talking about Eminem in that one, but I think that's kind of a stretch. And now the guy was like, "Oh yeah, he's subconsciously dissing Eminem, or hitting Eminem back with a diss." Then, but on his song "Returns," which honestly is one of my freaking favorite songs of the whole album. Man, he just, classic NF. He's going in there, he's hitting MCs. I mop the floor with MCs. I don't stop until it's clean. He's just going after him. And there's a couple lines I wanted to point out in that one too. He says, man, now lots of people say, the way to debunk this one, because he says, there's no I in team, but drop the T and Ace, and most people stop right there. It's like, oh, drop the T and A. The only two letters left are E and M. And they're thinking, oh, that spells M, like Eminem. No. The next line says, sometimes I feel like it's only me. But, oh my gosh, he says that the next couple lines, he's like something about gun jamming when he tries to fire his kill shot at Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know. Now, see, I wanted to wait till the end of this video, which I'm getting towards the end. So he's like, oh yeah, or I see all these people arguing and stuff like that, and honestly, I don't know. He could be dissing him, but I'm not gonna sit there and spend all my energy. Here's my verdict on it. Is he dissing him? I don't know. Maybe he could be. Maybe he's not. And honestly, if he is, then yeah, go after him, because he deserves respect. NF really does. But if he's not, which I honestly don't think he is, then people need to stop. I just want to see the onslaught of, oh, is NF dissing M back? Did M diss Eminem or NF in the first place? Really, guys? Really? I'm just here to call an end to all of that stupid stuff. Seriously. Leave it alone. Leave the issue alone. If Eminem did diss him, then NF should fire back, definitely. And if he did diss him and NF did fire back, good for him. Because, like I said, he deserves respect just like Eminem. And in fact, he even said in one of the first interviews, which I've yet to listen to all the way through, it's just a podcast, it isn't an actual video, but it was a podcast that DJ Wado with the Wado radio show, he's a Christian hip hop DJ. That's what he put on it. And I've only listened to the first couple minutes where he's like, "Oh, it's cold up in Michigan, right?" He's like, "Yeah, it's really cold. I went fishing last night." Anyway, the title of that video is he says he hates the comparison, the white rapper comparisons, like between him and Eminem. But also the other thing too is I commented on one of the Facebook posts. I said M would never, NF would never diss M back. He NF. Let's see, NF is an equal opportunity person. If he's gonna go after MCs, he's gonna go after all of them. Real. He goes after MCs. He's like, you rappers ain't hungry enough. You rappers ain't hungry like us. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you don't say, even in this little video where he raps, like, candidly, where he tells the story of Real, he's like, you rappers ain't hungry like, ah. He doesn't say, ah, he says us. I'm telling you, he says us. Maybe he just sounds like, ah, because he's, something, like, something tastes gross. I don't know. Anyway, but, like I said, just stop the fighting. Seriously, it's not that big of a deal. If it were that big of a, and in fact, really, I'm gonna go as far as to say is Machine Gun Kelly didn't have to fire back. Why did they have this beef in the first place? And then another thing on there, he's like, put your name on my hit list, that'll be the last time you wrote something. And I've said that in returns. And honestly, I don't really like the title for that track, but man, oh, that album, I love that album so much. Leave Me Alone, When I Grow Up. Now, everybody says, when they're asking what your favorite song is, and I'm not gonna say When I Grow Up or The Search, because everybody's gonna say The Search. Everybody's gonna say When I Grow Up, because you had a lot of time to listen to those, because those were the singles. Or Why? Why was out the longest time before The Search came out. So, yeah. But please, like, comment, subscribe. That would be awesome. Thanks. That Hodgepodge guy, out.